Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we start this video of this 2020 Scania, as you can see it's 100% complete. I would like to tell you that first 2 or 3 minutes is going to be from episode 1, just basically to remind you how bad it was and show you the process of repairing this lorry from start to finish. So I would highly recommend you to go and see this episode 1. There's lots of details there, lots of information. So let's crack on with the video. As you can see, it's been damaged on the front, quite bad. It hit, I think the driver hit another lorry, I believe. In that back corner there, it's obviously the cab been pushed around into the trailer on the back, which has basically been ripped off. There, went round and it pushed it back to the trailer, that's why we've got that much damage on it. Right, the cab is off and the chassis, I already pulled them rads forward a bit so I can see a bit more in there. Luckily, I think missed the engine, so nothing on the engine basically is damaged. I can see it obviously for now. The visco main is replacing and a few bits there, but I haven't touched the engine, so that's the good sign. And we need to well, we're waiting for the assessor, insurance assessor, to come and have a look at it now. Right guys, all the chassis stripped, everything basically what's been damaged is stripped on the front and the back end as well. Scania already been, dropped lots of bits off here, so I've got plenty to go at this chassis, so let's get it built up. Still waiting for a few bits for the chassis to build up. Obviously can't build any more up till some of the bits come, but we've got a cab here and now we'll just start stripping the cab, so let's do it. Right guys, I've got it all stripped inside, all interior stripped. It's pretty easy and quick to do. It's nice truck to strip it, to be honest. I'm just gonna leave the wiring and the dash. I'm gonna leave that till the new cab is gonna come, because we ordered the cab a week ago and we've been told it's gonna be about 3 weeks. So, and what's day today? Today is about, well, Friday the 10th of December. So hopefully we're gonna get the new cab before the Christmas. So I will crack on with the chassis when the bit's gonna get here, get that ready, So when the new cab come, I'm just going to swap the dash and the wiring, and we can get this built up. And obviously I would love to fix this cab, but obviously insurance said put a new one on. But Paul just told me we had the price of the parts to repair this one. So, plus you've got the labour involved in it, plus painting the whole cab. So it wasn't that much, well, that far between the new cab and trying to fix this one. So that's why the insurance probably said put a new one on. So we're going to crack on with it. Right guys, the cab is here. and we already made a start on this cab. We've got the sunroof in and a few bits on the roof. I'm gonna have to put them lights in there first, glue them in before we start putting any more inside together. And I also swapped this bracket, this cast bracket, which is here, end of the chassis cast bracket here. It was bent obviously when it had an accident, and this thing snapped. This alley bracket snapped back. They bent this top of this bracket, so when I put this on, it was nearly touching the radiator. It was about 5 mil off it, and the other side is okay. So now I swapped the oil, is all good. So we're gonna crack on with them cabs, swapping them cabs over. So let's do it. Right guys, so I've got a few bits on the cab already. Obviously it took me a bit of a time to figure out how this everything went back together. Obviously we've been 2 weeks off. So I've got them wires inside and a few panels. Top locker is in. I'm just going to chuck that locker in on the top, and we'll probably wait till the sun gets a bit higher so I can get that front door open and get the dash out, because it's pretty fresh outside. It's about 2 degrees outside, been frosty overnight. So I'm going to put this locker back on, the back locker on, and I'm going to start stripping this dash out. Okay, I'm outside now. Day is lovely. Blue skies, temperature is picking up, and the sun is quite lovely. And to take this dash out, I need to strip all the front, basically all the front bulkhead, because this dash is bolted through them little bolts that will have to come off, and I might need to take that off. I might come with it. All this have to come off to take this dash out, and inside I will need to strip them vents panels here. There's going to be a couple of screws there. It's pretty simple, then the whole lot will probably lift off. So let's crack on with it. Alright guys, everything's stripped down the front. What I need to take this dash out, pretty simple. There's a couple of 2 screws here, all the way around this frame. You have to take this front off, which is actually broke anyway, and 4 bolts here holding this dash out. This plate, I'm not quite sure, that might need to be, I think that is just a blanked. So when I take the dash out, I need to pop that back in, and all this taken out of this frame, and that will fit through that hole, and pretty much ready for inside to strip a bit, and whole lot will come out. I basically took all this steering column off, which is obviously snapped anyway. Took them plastics off underneath the steering wheel here to take that column off. I pretty much got everything stripped. There's the 2 bolts here that's holding the dash, both sides, and I took them trims off the front here, vents. There's a bolt in the corner here, and I will go grab the boys and we're gonna lift this off. As soon as I take them 2 bolts down the sides, that whole lot will come off. So when I'm gonna put it on the table, we're gonna inspect it all and clean it, because it's full of glass everywhere, and when it's ready I'm gonna stick it into the new cab. Right, get them Okay, the dash is in, and a few bits I put extra on, and some of you probably wondering how do I know where everything goes back together, but it's not that hard actually on the Scania. Nothing unplugged on the dash, the whole lot comes out as you saw it. Bit of it wiring, there's a wiring going to the back. It's actually one cable there with the plug on it here, and there's an air pipe here, goes to the back airbags, and there's a bunch of wires coming from that pillar, from the top locker, from the pillar, and basically there's a couple of plugs here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and them little ones, and that's basically done. The other side, similar kind of situation. You've got a bunch of wires coming to the back end. Yeah, all this wiring is on the separate plugs, 2 plugs here, and the air pipe as well, 1 air pipe, and that's pretty much done. The dash comes out, so it's not as hard as it looks. So tomorrow, it's getting pretty late now, it's nearly 5 o'clock. Tomorrow I'm gonna put the carpets on and seats, bed on the back, fridge, everything on, and we'll finish it off tomorrow, and we'll probably put the cab on day after that, or tomorrow night, or tomorrow evening if we get chance, or Friday. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And just like that, guys, it's all pulled back together inside. Everything's pretty much done, apart a few trims here, what we're gonna put when we put the door on, because the door wiring loom goes in there and plugs into them 2 plugs, and then panels needs to be off. Similar kind of situation. The other side, a few bits off down the top here when we're gonna clamp it to put the cab on. I've got them 2 new brackets here ready to be put on the front here, brand new. Still waiting for the couple of panels in the front here, and I'm going to crack on with this cab. All the back end, all this and that is all brand new, just waiting there to be swapped over, but I will need to move this cab out a bit, and I will start stripping this cab underneath. I will need to take everything off underneath it so we can get this cab out of the way, put this one in the place so we can get it on. So let's do it. Job took 120 hours to complete and it cost £60,000. And thank you for watching, see you on the next one.